Smokin' Joe, Philadelphia's finest in the heavyweight. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner,
lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event.
The fans are getting desperate. They want to get involved in this fight. And now the action's about to begin.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Misses with the straight left. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You would not want to be hit by this guy. Trust me. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Can't land the jab there. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punches are the best.
No rest for the weary. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
And there's the bell to start round 2. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. Is this the beginning of the end for this legend? Frazier never one to back off or back down.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
When you're at such a reach disadvantage, you've got to find a way to work on the inside.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. They've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. That hook is parried away. Catch and shoot. Ready for that counterpunch. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Oh my goodness, Johnny! There's no way Frazier survives this. What's keeping Joe Frazier on his feet?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if...
On to the third. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Good defense to block the hook. And that hook misses. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Looking to land the hook. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Frazier covering up. He's got nowhere to go. Never count out smoking Joe Frazier.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful. Hold that thought! Joe Frazier is in trouble. Down goes Joe Frazier. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Get your boxing back together.
Back at it in round 4. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Nice work to block that left uppercut. Did you see that? Smoking Joe may go. Good defense from Frazier.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
A lot of effort being exerted here. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Both men step back for just a moment. To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Usyk might go down here. What an upset! I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What a punch. This fighter expending a lot of... Hold that thought! Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled! This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who... Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the...
Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it. So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
As expected, fully packed here tonight. All the seats have been sold. We're live at the Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is John Riddick, Big Daddy Bo, the 1988 Olympic silver medalist, a two-time heavyweight champion, and Joe Louis,
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner,
from Brooklyn, New York, here is the Olympic silver medalist and the two-time
You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight. Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight. And what a fight it should be.
It's cooled down a little bit. The fighters will love that. We might see a high-tempo fight here.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. Here we go for round one. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. The Brown Bomber in some trouble. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the odds pulling it right there. Oh, Joe Louis just got caught. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
That big hook doesn't land. A lot of effort being exerted here. Beautiful counterpunch. Joe Louis in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Oh, and Joe Louis, one of the all-time greats, Joe Louis is down. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your call.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. And Bo is dazed. Big Daddy Bo goes down. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
Both men getting off the canvas in that incredible round.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
back together. Right, let's go out there.
Here we go for round two. Keep in mind, both of these fighters got knocked down in the prior round.
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think, who's gonna...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. The Brown Bomber in some trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Joe Louis in trouble. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Joe Louis just got caught. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we continue.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Big Daddy in trouble. And Riddick Bowe is on the canvas. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You still want to fight?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
And the big fella stumbling backwards. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Incredible work rate. Oh, and Joe Louis is hurt. He is hurt. You up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I need to see that again.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.
Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our Tale of the Tape. Up first is the artist from the United States of America. And they'll be facing Antonio Tarver.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, the artist. Fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from...
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Thank you, Todd. You know what? Outside, it's hot. Inside, it's roasted.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, we're expecting an all-action slugfest. Nice punch. They exchange punches. Stumbling around in potholes, in serious trouble. They've avoided catastrophe. Did you see that? Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. Punching. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
If you get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry.
Good fight so far. Did you see that? Stumbling around in potholes. Disaster averted.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A perfect counter shot. Nice defense on that hook. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? That counter shot lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. There was the defense. Right back into the fray.
Ring Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without...
It's a tough fight.
And there's the bell for round 2. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
stamina is off the charts. Good defense to block the hook. An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They've got a big reach advantage here. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Incredible work rate. Lucky that hook didn't score. Tarver clean, and he might go down. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose. On to the third. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That uppercut just missed. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That hook won't score. And now going for the finish. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Those counter punches have to hurt. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
You'd like to see more jabs. His stamina is off the charts. Every time, always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you've let him back into it. So
Great round, great round. Now relax, relax.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Counter punch caught him clean. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make it.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line.
On to the 5th we go. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We're about to see a first-round knockout. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace. then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that at the beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Swing and a miss with that jab. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. And they got caught. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Wanting to land the left hook, but was not successful. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. What's the referee thinking right now? And the artist has been dropped. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.